Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll focus on improving your ganking skills. Sorry about my voice, I have a bit of a cold. First of all, and as always, if you came here and don't even know what the term ganking means, I'll lay it out down simply for you as a definition. As Mobifire puts it, a gank is a surprise attack on an enemy champion. It can come from the jungle, the lane itself, or you can outright walk towards enemies with some champions. Although they are usually carried out by the jungler, as he should be hiding from plain sight, prepared to surprise the enemies, unlike the laners. Ganking is not exclusive to him, and many people confuse that. Ganking can and should be done by laners as well, when other lanes are in trouble. For laners to do that, they will have to roam, and I will do a whole separate video on roaming later on. A gank is considered successful if you manage to do one of both. Either outright kill whomever it is you're ganking, or drive them off the lane to lose both gold and XP. As a jungler, it is your job to make your teammates' lives easier by ganking them, giving them the advantage that they need. So keep that in mind. Don't AFK farm the jungle even if all the lanes are winning. Make sure you are present in the game. Let's take a look at how you can improve your ganking capabilities. First of all, planning out what you will want to do and focus on can be done as early as champion select. Take a good look at your team and your opponent's team and plan out the best pick for you. If your team is heavy on AD, pick an AP jungler and vice versa. This way, the laners will be building according to their lane opponents, and you can just chime in and burst them down with the damage type they're not building against. Second, the best ganking champions will usually have three things in common: good CC, bursty damage to kill or deal damage quickly before they safely reach their towers or someone else comes along and helps them, and a gap closer. If you want to practice your ganking skills, I would suggest picking a champion with at least two of these, like Pantheon or Diana. Sejuani and Maokai are safer choices in this regard, but they won't have that burst damage, but compensate for that with their late game tankiness and immeasurable CC. Don't be sad if your enemy flashed your Q as Sejuani. Just be sure to be back in the next 5 minutes. Plus, it's 5 minutes that your laner won't be caught off guard from that flash auto attack that was needed to kill him off. A very big deal in ganking is vision control. A gank will no longer be a surprise attack if the enemy knows where you are and how to deal with you. Therefore, make sure your laners can clear vision or at least ping where they think the enemy has wards. A sweeping lens can be very useful in finding out whether you're in the right spot or not, as are vision wards, but those are always useful. I can't believe that we're now so close to Season 7 and people still don't give these things the value they deserve. Finally, a good strategy provided only through the gift of vision control is counter ganking. If you know that the enemy is planning on ganking one of your lanes, you can wait him out and surprise both of the opponents by showing up. Most of the time, they will not be ready to deal with you, and that can turn the tide of the battle pretty easily. Playing versus bots is a great way to start you out on the ways of ganking, as they're pretty stupid and will never predict a surprise attack. And now that they can even flash, you can learn to be prepared to deal with that. If you're not new to the game, but you simply aren't the best ganker, then I would just recommend picking the jungle to practice, as you'll have a lot more ganking opportunities there, and play as a champion that has simple ganking mechanics. Once again, I will mention Sejuani just because of how simple she is to play and effective at the same time. Yes, I do love myself some Seju. On the other side of the spectrum, how does one deal with being ganked? A single word can summarize 95% of how you deal with people ganking you: warding. Not pushing the lane will prevent your lane from being ganked. Here's an example of a lovely gankable lane. Here's a good example of an impossible lane to gank. Simple difference, right? Ward and sit in the tower. No more ganking for you. Let's move on to the objectives. 0 to 10. Stay in the lane and in your jungle. 20. Gank a lane in the first 20 minutes. 30. Gank once every 10 minutes. 40. Gank once every 5 minutes. 50. Gank when there is an opportunity. 60. Successfully gank any. 70. Successfully gank Fiora. 80. Successfully gank Zed. 90. Successfully gank a LeBlanc. And 100. Successfully gank anyone at any time. Thank you for watching, guys. I know I said in my last video that I was going to do a giveaway, and I am still planning to do that. here's the issue. I wasn't expecting to grow so quickly, upwards of 500 subs. So since we're already at 600, and I believe that we can still reach 1000 subs before the year ends or closely after that. So I will do a bigger giveaway when we do reach 1000 subs, and that will be done with a special video. I have 2 guest stars coming to my show, if I can call it that, and I will be making videos in the middle of the week for both of those cases, since I want to keep these Saturdays only dedicated to these types of videos. But expect 2 guest stars on our show teaching you how to play their favorite position, so to speak, and also of a giveaway when we do reach that 1000 subs, and that will be a big one. Thank you for watching once again. Sakeios out.